call.
You guys ready for this? I don't know if I am. Okay, since this is my moment and I have a captive audience, thought I was going to get through this. I actually do have a few words I'd like to share. Well, it's been quite a journey working at the Boston Police Department Operations Unit, starting July 16th, 1980, coming to work one day at a time. Then the days turn into weeks, the weeks turn into months, and the months turn into years. Then all of a sudden, 37 years and 7 months go by. And going back to the beginning, my career started out as a 911 emergency call taker on last half, midnight to 8, which I did for nearly 10 years, back on Berkeley Street. Then I moved it onto the day shift in the infamous back room in the turret. I always hated that name because it sounded like we were unimportant and did nothing that mattered. But that's not true, because moving into new headquarters, this building, Sergeant DiGirolamo changed the name from the back room to the Operations Support Unit, which I believe totally dignifies the work we do in this unit. Because I am proud of the work I did and what my co-workers do in this unit, because I believe it is important and valuable work that we do. Looking at all the job functions we perform, we handle the tow unit, working with officers at the districts, tow companies, and citizens looking for their cars after being towed. If someone didn't know their plate, I'd take an extra step and search on CJIS for their plate using the owner's name. For me, it was a small part of serving. Also in this unit, we worked the stolen car unit, working with officers from the districts who were calling in to report stolen vehicles from citizens coming into the districts. We would also cancel them out when the vehicles were recovered by officers in the city or from other law enforcement agencies recovering vehicles outside the city. We also worked the radio, Channel 8, Nova Base, working with officers on details looking for listings, which is owner information and vehicle information. Then also detective units looking for warrant checks or border probation information on individuals they needed to check. We also worked the missing persons unit, where we take calls from other officers at the districts and enter them into the Boston system, LEAPS, and NCIC systems, persons that are being reported missing. Then also we cancel the reports when a missing person is located or returned. Same thing for the warrant unit. We enter warrants into NCIC and clear them after an arrest, and also we would locate the warrants. One other function we are assigned to is answering the operator line, basically the switchboard for the department, where we transfer calls to the appropriate officers within the department, and also make long-distance calls for officers needing calls outside the city. One other final function, I would sometimes assist with teletype, answering calls for them. These are all the different job functions I would perform for nearly 4 decades. This was my life, and this was my world for nearly 40 years. And you, my co-workers, are the people I shared this experience with. I am proud of my position and my function in the Boston Police Department and the work I have diligently performed with dedication. My co-workers in the Operations Support Unit should also be proud of the work you do. Because of these job functions, we are a valuable asset to this department for at least 3 reasons. First, we are state-certified criminal justice information systems personnel. The second reason is because we are reminded yearly, just prior to the winter season, that we are essential personnel and must report to regardless of inclement weather. Right? The third reason is because we are true professionals. Even though we are civilians, what we do is actual police work, which is done administratively. We may not be on the street, but it is just as valid. It has been an honor and privilege to have served in this capacity. I would like now to say thanks to my dad, who I believe will be proud of the job I have done here, because it is my dad who taught me early in life what it was to make an honest day's pay by hard work. It was from his example that I developed my strong work ethic. Thank you, Dad. I would also like to thank my mom, who also... Oh, you were supposed to be video on this. Oh, he is? All right. I would also like to thank my mom, who also worked for the department in SIU, a Special Investigative Unit, from 1973 to 1997, for helping me get started here working nearly 38 years ago. Thank you, Mom. I'd also like to thank all the supervisors I've worked with throughout the years, in particular Captain Jack Gifford, Lieutenant Michael Galvin, and Lieutenant Joseph DiGirolamo, for their guidance, support, and friendship. Also especially Lieutenant Timothy Curvin, because last year he and I were talking, and when I mentioned that I had 36 years working here, he responded, "So you are a 36-year veteran of the Boston Police Department." I had never thought of it that way, but it made me think and made me realize I am a veteran, even as a civilian of this department. It made me feel very special. It made me feel like I was a part of the Brotherhood in Blue. I wanted to thank you, Lieutenant Kervin, for your supervision, support, and friendship. Your leadership is inspiring. I must also thank my co-workers, several who are my friends for over 30 years, who are also my work family, and for your love and support through the years, especially last February and March during my heart attack and surgery. You were there with all your love, support, and because of your prayers, God responded with his miracle of a second chance at life. And also for his financial support, which was a blessing. You guys paid my rent for the month I was out recovering after surgery. From the bottom of my healthy heart, thank you. I love you guys. I'm almost done. I still need to thank my wife for her love and support. No, because she was there every step of the way. She made sure I got here every day, even the days I didn't want to come in. I couldn't have done it without her. Thank you, Mary. I would also like to thank my daughter, Christine, for her love and support throughout the years, and of course, for just being my beautiful baby girl. I'd also like to thank my sister for her love and support, emotional and financial. Thank you, Teresa. Most importantly, I would like to thank God, first, for his gift of life, and secondly, I'm thankful for the blessing of employment, opportunity, and experience of working and serving the city of Boston in the police department's operations unit. And lastly, I'm thankful for his blessing with a second chance at life after my medical crisis. You may not know this, but I know for a fact, you are all a blessing by the grace and goodness. You have enriched the quality of my life. Thank you all. Wrapping it up, one final note I would like to add. For me, it wasn't just about the paycheck, it was about the serving. Every call I answered here, I helped or was serving whoever was on the other end, be it an officer or citizen, to the best of my ability. I can say I know in my heart that I answered my personal call to duty. Nova Delta 1 signing off.